Good morning, my name is Elizabeth and I'm the moderator of the reading club. Today we are going to deal with Wuthering Heights, written by Emily Bronte. Here I have it with me and I encourage you to read it because it's a great novel. Here is Paula and Jonathan, and we are going to develop two topics. The first one is our favorite character, and in the second part we are going to deal with if we like the novel or not. So, Paula, would you like to start?
Thank you, Elizabeth. Well, good morning, everybody. From the book novel Wuthering Heights, I will choose as my favorite character Heathcliff. Well, I know he's not the most good person we can find through the book, but I find him, even though he has this ambiguity on his personality, we can see him as a good or bad, like hero or not hero. I will save the fact that he has this passion and this love all from the beginning until the end for Catherine, and this gives him, a superiority among all the other characters, because he's really having an agony to when Catherine dies. He still has this agony that his love is gone, but he doesn't want to die, because dying means that he won't have her anymore, and he's even living this life and he's happy to see a ghost of his love. So I really find him an amazing character. For me, he just take all the, he just knock all the other characters in the book. I really like him a lot.
I have to say that I wouldn't trust a person with this ambiguity or bipolarity, because one day he can be rude to you and the other day he will hurt you. So why do you like it so much?
Well, that's the point, because you as a reader, you sometimes when the things are so easy and you read and then you get an idea of a character, well, you kind of get bored. But with Heathcliff, you are not bored at all. He is always like having some other, ideas that overcross all the things that you were thinking already about him. So that's why I like him, because it's also unexpected on him that only the love and the passion remains, which makes me, always keep reading and know what is going on in his mind. And we cannot trust, you're right, in his ambiguity, but can we trust in the narrator of the novel? As we know, is Nellie, which is an outsider person, so we are having the perspective of Nellie, not of him. Perhaps he is not that bad, but Nellie just showed him as a bad person. I don't know. What do you think?
In my case, I don't agree with you at all.
Oh.
Basically, because I don't like the character, but I have to admit that he's a good bad character. He's like the monster of the novel.
Okay.
And I think that his main purpose is to make people's lives difficult and hard. He's moved by revenge, and all he wants is that revenge. I think that there are many people in the novel, for example, as Kathy, Harrington, or many other characters that we can blame on them for his suffering in his past. So I think that's not the way to do things. That's not the way to get what you really want. Making people suffering, and making people enjoy people suffering, and enjoy when people is really hurt and
Yes,
feeling.
yes. Sorry to interrupt you in this, but if we take into account Heathcliff's background, not as a reader, because as a reader, well, we tend to have our moral and everything is like, okay, organized. But if we look the novel, or the story through Heathcliff's eyes, well, what is the background of him? As we know, he has we don't know. He's found in Liverpool. We don't know what is his parents, where he's coming from, and he's ill-treated by Hindley in the Wuthering Heights. So of course that creates a lot of fears and of course these feelings of revenge. But it doesn't mean that makes you a bad person. I mean, you have to consider that background to give a reason of the actions or consequences. I don't know.
So what you're saying is that Heathcliff has this bad side because of his background. If he
Yes.
was treated well, he would be a good
Different.
person.
I think so. Well, perhaps.
Okay.
But then he won't be then that interesting anymore.
Okay.
Whereas for Edgar, I don't know. What do you think about Edgar? But Edgar is like, I don't know.
The other side of the coin.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah, and for this reason, he's my favorite character. I think that he's a gentleman and he loves her sister, and cares about the family. Although they are, well, they didn't end well, but
But you know, yes, he's a good person, but he still could have this feeling of hate against his sister. So very
because
much to
if
the
he
good.
went with Heathcliff, I would be angry too.
Yeah, but I don't like him either, basically, because I think that he's coward. He's not brave at all. He's, as Katie says, he has ice water running through his veins, and his lack of passion. He seems to care about the family, but when he really has to be strong, he's not. So I think that he's not a good character.
He's not very. But then in that point, then the opposite would be Heathcliff. So why he's not? I mean, okay, he did treat people also, but from all those, I mean, taking apart these actions he has, he's still got something in his heart, and is this love, which for me is the most important.
But the way he showed
I'm
is
not
not
sure.
right.
But okay, we have to look at point number 2, which is if we like or not the novel. And well, in my opinion, I think that it's a really good novel. And as I said before, I encourage you to read it. And let's see what our guests think.
Okay, of course I agree. It's a wonderful piece, a masterpiece of English literature. It's so creative. You are always expecting, you're not expecting anything. You are getting surprised by the behavior of all of them. So I really encourage everyone to read this. Doesn't matter if you are not related to the literature field, but read it. It's a fantastic piece of literature.
Yeah,
Because of the mystery.
Yeah.
Yes, the
I
mystery.
agree with you, Bob. I think it's a great novel. It has everything. It has passion. It has love. It has impossible loves. It has everything. And I think I also encourage you, all of you, to read it because it's surprising and it's amazing and it really makes you feel part. I think that the author makes you feel part of the novel and you really get involved with it. And also, I have to say that it's a very complex novel and you have to be very concentrated when you are reading it. But you also learn a lot of things. So I think that nowadays it's very difficult to read novels like this.
Yeah, even
This
to
complexity
create novels
and
like
creativity,
this.
exactly.
There is no person who
So,
creates novels.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you for coming.
Thanks to you.
And here is the end of our session. And next month we are going to deal with Pride and Prejudice of Jane Austen. And see you there. Goodbye.
Bye.